What is up, YouTube? This is T1 coming at you with another video, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Creature Commandos, the new animated series from James Gunn's DCU. I would call it the first project, as so many are, but that's not really true. This show makes it pretty clear that both of his previous projects are canon, so we'll just call it the third installment. Cutting to the chase, Creature Commandos is really good. The last two things he made were also really good, and even before it was willed into being, I remember saying they should just let James Gunn make all the DC movies after that Suicide Squad came out. Funny how sometimes the universe actually throws you a bone. That's actually part of the reason I put off doing a review for this for a couple weeks, because I don't know what to say. Creature Commandos is emotional, it's brutal, it's funny, and the pacing is so good I nearly wept. The show takes, yes, some fairly obscure characters, but it still embodies all of them very well. One of the great things about Gunn's Suicide Squad movie is that each member of the team had enough depth to be the main character, and the same is true here. The Bride, played wonderfully by Indira Varma, is a great layered character, but no more so than Dr. Phosphorus or G.I. Robot or even Weasel. The structure of the show being that each episode highlights a different member of the Commandos, and both the viewers and sometimes the characters are forced to reevaluate the picture we had of them. Sometimes for the better, other times for the worse. No one, not even Jarhead Rick Flag Sr., is who they at first appear to be. My personal favorite episodes were the ones that focused on G.I. Robot, because this shit will never not be awesome.
Get ready to die, Nazis!
G.I.? No!
And Weasel for the opposite reason, because that episode truly broke me emotionally. And while I acknowledge this is a little more than jingling keys in my face, as a huge DC fan, some of the cameos and references had me doing that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood point. I mean, Will Magnus, Sergeant Rocket Easy Company, Clayface, Cersei. The crazy thing is, for as small as each of these roles are, the show still nails them, especially Easy Company. I'm hoping if this project ever gets made, it won't, but if it does, it takes some notes from how they're portrayed here. I know some were put off by the low episode count, but I wasn't. I thought the show was short but sweet. And I'm also going to have to eat a bit of crow here because I really thought that Gunn's mantra of using the same actors across animation and live action was a dumb choice when I heard about it. Even though the cast here is made up of pretty much all screen actors, they do a great job. I've already mentioned Varma, but I got to again because I've really never seen her nail something like this, and I've seen her in a few things. But I can't really think of a bad performance. I mean, Frank Grillo kills it as Flag. Alan Tudyk as Dr. Phosphorus. I mean, look, he has played quite a few of these kinds of people, but that's because he's so good at them. And David Harbour as Eric Frankenstein, that's one that as soon as I heard, I knew it was going to be sick, and it was. And look, we all know why Sean Gunn is here, but that doesn't change the fact that he does a pretty solid job as G.I. and Weasel. If I had to pick out a flaw, well, it's not too bad. The animation is a little jerky at times. I'm wondering if that's just an industry thing now. But when it looks good, god damn, it looks awesome. The whole show is, really. I gotta be for real right now. I've been waiting a long time for consistently good projects from DC, and between this, Penguin, and Cape Crusader, I feel like I just won the goddamn lottery. Do you know what it felt like when I was a kid, and my friends who were super into Marvel would get all of these in a year while I was stuck with this? How much it hurt to try to defend that, or any of Snyder's bullshit?
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Kidding aside, this is an incredible show and another strong indication that the DC universe is in the right hands. Now, please, James, do right by my boy. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. This is T1 signing out.